What's good, everybody? Smoke King here, coming live to you from the Garden of Knowledge Studios on a lovely Thursday night. It's gonna be just a quick little show tonight, probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I feel like talking for and how long I go for. But long day, long rough week, rough couple of weeks. As you see, I'm here by myself tonight. Jiggy has some personal family stuff that he's dealing with and taking care of, and hopefully he should be here back here next week to fill everybody in about his adventure out to Arizona recently. So let me get my blood go about it yet. Let's just try to roll up a couple here. So we'll sit here and we'll smoke a few. And yeah, how's everybody doing? Let's see who's in the chat already. We got Cliff High. What's going on? Out of Mind. John Aside. KB. Dwayne. Let's see. I thought I saw Lisa F. We got Lady Marin's in there. Nicholas Lucchini. So, what's good, everybody? Yeah, I don't even really have any news. Have any news? I know. Yeah, we missed you two out of mine. Although I've seen you in chats and other videos and stuff like that. But yeah, well, last week Jiggy was under the weather and stuff, and then this week, so um, got some things still going on. So I figured I'd come on here just for a little bit and catch up with you guys. Chat a little bit. Maybe we'll talk a little bit. I had put up a flyer and stuff, and I was trying to get a whole show ready to go and stuff and go without myself because I knew I was going to be by myself. But then I was just like, fuck it, it's going to be way too difficult because I'm going to have to try and load up videos and pitches and things. And I'll be doing that, and there'll be nobody talking because Jiggy's not here to fill the dead air and all that. So I was like, fuck it, we'll just wait. Um, Maybe we'll go next week or something and everything. I was going to talk about ancient aliens. The whole lost technology and how it's just such fucking bullshit. It's really disrespectful and a slap in the face to our ancestors that came before us, that worked hard, that built these monuments, came up with the ways and figured out how to do it with just the simple basic things that they have and everything. And then for these people to go around and say, oh no, it couldn't have been humans, it had to have been aliens, or it was humans that with super fucking powers and all this technology and everything, and they're dead and we're just left with us fucking stupid humans here now and everything. It's just getting to be so ridiculous, and everybody is hanging on to this fucking belief that things couldn't have been done the way that they were done back in the day. But as I pointed out to somebody recently on Instagram, we've been building with stone without machinery for thousands of years. We've only had somebody on Instagram. He claims to be a stonemason. He cuts granite, marble, does all this stuff for a living, and he's trying to tell me, because I put up a post about the Puma Punka thing and stuff and how they sand the stones and they use copper chisels, but they're not just copper. They had arsenic, they had zinc, they had bronze in them, so it was a combination. So unless you know about metallurgy and the combinations of what these tools were, how hard they would be, then you can't say that copper by itself will not touch granite. Won't. You might be able to scratch it a little bit, but it's not going to work. But when you add in bronze and the other metals and the other things that they added into this stuff, it made the copper a lot hotter and it made it last longer, so that they were able to do what people have been doing with stone since they came up with those chisels. Even before that, they used rock on rock. So, and he's saying that you can't sand granite with sand. You can't polish granite with sand and diorite with sand. And I'm thinking, I'm like, really? So you're a stonemason and you do this for a living? I'm like, so what are you polishing the stone with? What magical fucking equipment are you using? He's like, oh, diamond tip saws rotating at 12,000 RPMs. They struggle to cut through granite and everything like that. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what's wrong with your saws because they should be doing it just fine because they used fucking chisels and they were able to cut through granite. Took them a little longer. So I said, but you said that you cannot polish granite or diorite or the harder stones using sand and a rock. What do you polish your granite with right now that you work with? He's like, oh, we got these sanding discs. I'm like, okay, sanding disc, right? Why is it called a sanding disc? Anybody know? Sandpaper, sanding disc. Because it has sand on it. That's what they use to polish stuff. That's what they use to sand stuff, to smooth stuff out. We've been using it for thousands of years. Since people were able to pick up sand and rub it up. Oh, wow. Fucking look at all the shit we could do with this sand. And so it's just ridiculous to say that there's no proof and that anybody could do any of this stuff. And they say, oh, it's only possible with aliens and stuff. But no, it's fucking human ingenuity. It's fucking humans that had a lot of time on their hands that sat back and was like, oh, fuck. What are we going to do? Let's build something. All right, how are we going to build it? And it took time. There's evidence of fucking fucked up pyramids and shit, and fucking pyramids as they got better. They got better as time went on. When they first started building them, they sucked. And then they got better. You know? So they say that none of this stuff can be done, but it can. And they just listen to fucking Ancient Aliens on History Channel, or fucking Billy Carson and fucking David Will fucking Cuck and all these other people, and they ignore the facts. They ignore people, the truth, the evidence that is put out there by people who have spent years and years of their lives studying this stuff, learning about this stuff. They're putting their money going to universities and prestigious colleges all over the world, whether it's prestigious or not, going to universities. And to sit there and say, oh, no, we don't know how this was done. Nobody on Earth can tell you how this was done. No scientists, no archaeologists. Nobody knows how this is done. That's just fucking slap in the face to all these fucking hardworking people out there that have figured out how these people have done it and who have been doing it. Stonemasons have been working with stone, again, for thousands of years. The process has changed, just like the process of anything. You might say you invent some new way to do something. That way works for a while, but as time goes on, you're like, this is taking too long. Let's figure out how to do this faster. Same thing with stone. Same thing with lifting and everything. They used to use big, huge, heavy blocks. I don't know why they decided to use big, huge, heavy blocks and stuff like that. Maybe they figured, all right, we'll cut one big block, we'll put it in place, it's easier to cut a bunch of little ones. I don't know. But over time, you can see the progression of buildings from ancients to stuff to nowadays and stuff. They figured out it's easier, it's much more productive and stuff to cut them into smaller, simpler, more workable blocks. It's just that simple. The Egyptians had squares, they had levels, they had all kinds of engineering tools and building tools. They could do all this stuff. So did the Inca. So did the Mayans. All of these cultures have had this stuff for thousands and thousands of years, and they've been doing this. So I think that's the most disrespectful shit that anybody could say. Oh, it's aliens. No, it's some people with some secret fucking powers and shit, and they were levitating everything, and they had fucking laser beams fucking cutting and smoothing stone. But yet there's no evidence. There's not one shred of evidence of any of that. Any of that stuff. We haven't found anything. No lasers left. No diamond fucking saws. No drill bits. No diamond drill bits. They have found drill bits made of copper and zinc and bronze and arsenic, and I forgot everything that's in the composition. Again, I have some stuff that we'll talk about more and everything. So as you as you look into this stuff, and you really, that's the problem, is people looking at this stuff are only looking at it from the alien aspect, only looking at it from the lost ancient technology fucking shit. They don't ever look at the other side, because the other side, if they do, they're going to see the truth. Or they just deny it if they do start to look like, oh no, that doesn't sound possible, because they don't understand. Just like this fucking kid was fucking arguing with me for like fucking, I don't know how long, telling me you cannot polish granite with sand. Oh, I'm a mason. I do all this. I don't know. I'm like, dude. He follows me now. He's all over my shit now. He fucking finally realized. He's like, holy shit, you fucking it makes so much sense when you fucking think about it logic. It only takes a basic knowledge of archaeology and stonemasonry to see that this stuff was not done with machines. You can tell the difference of stuff that's made by machines now and how they build things and how things were even just 150 years ago. Just look at churches. That's what I mean. These people like, oh no, you can't. We couldn't cut and do any of this stuff until just recently with our machines and stuff. And I'm like, well, really? Look at all these fucking churches all over the fucking world that have been built for the last how many fucking hundreds, if not thousands of years. Look at all the churches all over Europe. Fucking beautiful churches. Marble, granite, diorite, all kinds of stone all over the place. They didn't have power tools. They didn't have, excuse me. They didn't have diamond chip saws and fucking all this tools and everything that we have now that we build this stuff with and make it so perfect and everything. But people forget that. They just go Egyptian to nowadays. Well, nowadays we use these tools, but they didn't have those tools back then. How did they build it all? You're missing a whole few thousand fucking years of time span. Actually, the Egyptian pyramids may be older and stuff like that. Still up for debate and everything like that. Some proof, and some, it's questionable. Good theories there. Good sound theories by Robert Schoch and stuff, and some other people about the evidence that the weathering and the erosion and stuff around there shows that these things have been there much, much longer. Which shows that we've known how to build with stone for a lot longer than we've thought. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. What the fuck would aliens come from Nibiru or fucking the Pleiades or wherever the fuck they're coming from, come here to show us how to stack rocks? Monkeys know how to stack rocks. Fuck, a lot of animals know how to stack rocks. My fucking tortoise stacks rocks. Like, that's something hard to figure out fucking how to do. And then make them fit together a little better. And then, oh shoot, bang them together and we can fit them together. It's really simple. It's so fucking easy to figure out how this stuff was done. You don't even need degrees and stuff in this stuff. It's just really, I mean, you just sit there and think about it. Well, how would I do this if I was going to do this stuff when I have no fucking tools? Just think about it. So, I don't know if it's collective amnesia or not. And again, because these traditions and stuff have been passed down. It's just that not everybody practices. It's not practiced in a lot of these old school woodworking and stonemasonry and doing things the old school way. That's all lost. Like my grandfather and my wife's grandfather and stuff have come over from Italy and Ireland and stuff like that, who literally built this city without machines, without tools, built churches, built fucking buildings and houses and all kinds of stuff all over fucking the city of Boston and this area and stuff when they came over to this country and everything. So it's and people just have already forgotten that their grandparents didn't use diamond fucking tip saws to build shit, because once the new stuff comes on and it's just the old stuff is forgotten within a matter of a decade or two. People already forgot. Just think of how people did things. Fucking let's give it a little bit more than a decade. Let's give it a couple of decades. What people did without computers and stuff, without cell phones. We'll go cell phones 25 years ago. The fuck did everybody do? You ask kids nowadays, what did people do before cell phones? They look at you like, what? We didn't have cell phones 25 fucking years ago? Are you serious? What did you guys do? You know? Even people that know that lived in the time before cell phones don't remember what they did before they had cell phones. It's like the average brain only can hold, it can hold more information, but it only wants it. The average person only allows itself to hold so much information. If they don't need, what's an encyclopedia, Michael Adams? That's crazy. I know. Fucking. When's the last time? I mean, when's the last time most of the people in the chat picked up an encyclopedia? So it's like the brain only wants to hold stuff that's relevant and remember things that are relevant. Anything else, it kind of just pushes away, and people fucking forget about it over time and stuff. And only certain knowledge is passed on and everything. You know, and like it's just fucking crazy. Like again, why the fuck are aliens gonna come here and tell us how to build with stones? Why would aliens come here and create us out of the fucking animals that were here and make us into slaves and then teach us how to do all this fucking shit? You know, that's the story. The Anunnaki, they came here and they created us, and then they taught us how to read, and they taught us how to write, and they taught us math, and they taught us how to build, and they taught us how to do all this fucking stuff. And then they just left. They went away. Goodbye. See you later. The fuck? Now, it's fucked up and shit to think about and stuff. Now, if you had a whole bunch of slaves that didn't fucking know shit except for what you tell them, are you gonna tell them and give them knowledge so that they can fucking think for themselves? So that they can read and fucking and communicate, write shit fucking things down? Why would you do that? And if you're an advanced fucking race of fucking people, of beings and stuff like that are capable of interstellar fucking travel and shit, wouldn't you have machines that would do all the fucking mining and the heavy fucking labor and shit for you, that you wouldn't need a slave fucking force on a fucking alien planet to mine the gold for you? Makes no sense. Just like fucking, what the fuck do UFOs have fucking lights for? Only shit on Earth needs lights. You don't need fucking lights to fucking navigate space. None of it makes fucking sense when you think about it rationally and logically. But that's the problem with these fucking people. They don't think rationally. They don't think logically. Their minds are so closed. They fucking tell us that, oh, you're closed-minded and stuff. I'm closed-minded? I'm actually thinking here. I'm actually using my mind and eliminating all possibilities. Everybody just jumps to an alien. Somebody sees something in the sky that they don't know what it is. Instead of fucking figuring out what it might possibly be, they jump right to alien. They don't try to start eliminating things. Well, no, that's not a helicopter. It's not a plane. It's not flares. It's not a hot air balloon. They just jump right. I don't know what it is, so it's aliens. But then it's not a UFO. We've talked about that before. It can't be a UFO if you know it's alien. It's an alien craft then. It's not a UFO. Yet all these people fucking go around, I seen a UFO, an alien UFO. Oh, an alien UFO? Well, I guess it's an alien UFO because it's an unidentified flying object, but it's identified as alien, so I guess it has somewhat of an identity to it. Give me 1 second here, people. Some pineapple juice. See what's on the chat here. Exactly, Dwayne. I mean, there's other places you could mine gold from that were probably closer to Nibiru and everything that you wouldn't need to come and mine this planet from. There's probably other planets that are closer to Nibiru or something. Who knows what all our other planets in the solar system have. So none of that makes sense. And if these Anunnaki or whatever fucking aliens you want to call them that come here and stuff that supposedly manipulated DNA, if you're able to manipulate DNA and do all this stuff, you're so far advanced. You don't need fucking to take a monkey and turn it into something else. You can just create a fucking being from nothing. You wouldn't need to have DNA from this and DNA from that, DNA from yourselves and all this other bullshit that they fucking talk about. It's all bullshit. It's all part of a control system, just like the Bible. You know, it's just like the Bible. In one column, you know, in the Bible, you have God, the religious people. You have God or the devil. And if you don't believe the number, this side over here, if you don't believe in God, then they think you're under the control of the devil. It's the same thing with the alien people. If you don't believe in the aliens, then you're under control of the bad aliens or the bad interdimensional beings. If you don't believe in the interdimensional beings, you're under control of the interdimensional demons. Okay? Because these people can't think for themselves. They can't think outside of the box and beyond their brainwashed delusions that imaginary beings are responsible for everything in their lives. They can't take responsibility for their own actions and for their own lives and for the lives of the people that came before them. It's really a fucking, just starting to think, it's really a mental health issue. I mean, there's lots of mental health issues and stuff. It's a mental health thing. That people are fucking so fucking wrapped up in this fucking idea that they can't. It's the same thing with religion. The alien thing, the interdimensional fucking beings, all this fucking shit. It's a mental disorder. Fucking blunts keep going out and stuff because I don't have anybody else to pass it to and shit. So, you know, yeah, we have robots now doing fucking all kinds of work and shit. Imagine what fucking aliens that can traverse the galaxy would have. What the fuck would they come here for and mine gold and need to create a slave race of people or of beings of whatever that they wanted to call us? And here's the whole thing with the Anunnaki thing that I think is funny. We named them the Anunnaki. Wouldn't the slave masters tell you what their name is? Like, we are this. We named them the Anunnaki. We gave these people these names. We gave these gods of Egypt the names that we give them. How does that work? If I created some beings and stuff, I'd be like, I'm a human. You are whatever the fuck I want to call that fucking thing that I made. Okay? You call me master. I'm God. My name is Smoke King. They don't make up the name for me and write down whatever they were, because I taught them how to write and fucking shit and write it down in the book. That these beings, they came here, they created us. We call them they're called the Anunnaki. We call them the Anunnaki. We don't know what they're called. They taught us all this stuff, but they didn't tell us anything else about themselves. They didn't know, so we was just like, oh, we'll give you guys names, okay? Does that sound logical? Does that sound right? Does that sound rational? Does that make sense on any fucking level at all to anybody about anything? Let's just say that it's real. Right now, some aliens come down and shit. We're like, all right, hey, you guys, we're going to call you. We're going to call you the fucking blue chicken fuckers. They're like, all right, yeah, that's cool. Well, listen, that writing stuff, it's fucking, that's garbage and everything. You just fucking use your mind and put it onto these fucking things here like this. Oh, cool, so we're going to tell everybody that's what we're going to put it in. We're going to, the chicken fuckers came from the sky. We are the Anunnaki. Right. Yeah, well, Sitchin did it. Sitchin is the one who put the Anunnaki and got that out there, but he stole the ideas from older stuff and everything like that and put it in his books, like all these fucking people do. Like everybody does in Hollywood and shit, too. Everybody steals everybody else's idea. But Sitchin, and there's another dude. Dude doesn't know a fucking lick of goddamn cuneiform. Not a goddamn fucking nothing. And he makes this fucking shit up. Makes it all up. And when you take and you actually talk to somebody, and that's why it's disrespectful for these people to say, oh no, it's in this fucking tablets, and it's in the fucking, these clay tablets that they find, and all this stuff and everything, and it says all this stuff and everything. No, it doesn't. These scholars, oh man, but those people are paid by the government. No. Oh really? They're paid by the government and stuff? But they paid fucking thousands of dollars to go to school to fucking learn this shit, you fucking dumbasses. You know? To sit there. You take the words that these people use, and you fucking try and put them in context with anything in cuneiform, ancient Sumerian, it doesn't make sense at all. If you use the words in the correct context and the correct meaning and everything and the way it's supposed to be used, everything makes sense. I know, I've looked in the codex of fucking the cuneiform codex and stuff like that. I've tried to do all the stuff. I've tried to find I've done everything. I've looked for every single possibility, but these people just jump there. They had to oh well, I don't know how to read that stuff. This guy says that Anunnaki means this. I guess it does, right? No. Take the time and fucking learn it if you don't fucking know. Yeah, well, that would be I mean, that would be possible if the word Anunnaki meant anything and did anything and wasn't fucking invented fucking until just recently in the 1960s by Zecharia Sitchin. That could be a possibility. Now, where we have other religious stuff and everything before fucking the Anunnaki and stuff, and religious people, they could be they lie and they say the gods and stuff. That's what most of it is. A lot of the stuff that people say the ancients, they put it on the caves or they wrote it in the fucking tablets and stuff that fire from the sky came and everything like that. Yeah, literally a fucking fireball came down from the fucking sky and helped do this stuff. I bet you the original story of fucking fire from the sky was fucking lightning fucking hitting a tree and creating fire, and then they were able to fucking light shit on fire. They were able to keep that going after that and fucking realize that fire makes life. I wasn't there, but I'm just willing to put my fucking, and then it's just lost in translation the way that fucking things are translated over thousands and thousands of fucking years, that's what happened. Or a fucking meteor crash down, fucking fire, fucking brimstone, fucking everywhere, all over the place. The people that didn't fucking get caught up in that middle of that bullshit, it's like, what's this fucking fire shit here? Ooh, I can light a stick on fire with this. I can light something. Oh, that's warm. It's warming me up. Oh, wow. Let me start writing this fucking down. And then the skies, these gods that came from the sky, they gave us the stuff we need for life. It's just common sense, because after that shit burned down and stuff and everything grew back even better than it was before, they're like, oh, wow. I mean, it's just fucking, when you start to think of it and you look at it on the level of how do you need to survive and how does life fucking progress on this planet that just based off of everything that we know of, the alien thing goes right out the window. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe in aliens. There's aliens somewhere the fuck out there. Not in this solar system. I don't know how close they are, but they've got to be somewhere out there. It's just the numbers don't lie. The mathematics, there's something out there of intelligence besides little bacterias and fucking shit like that, microbes and stuff that they say is out there and that, living, that we know for sure would be up there, that we know could survive in space and stuff. So when you take all that into possibilities, yeah, there's fucking life out there on other fucking planets somewhere out there around other suns and other solar systems and other galaxies and other fucking whatever. Fucking universe is huge. But to think that this fucking planet is a fucking hotspot for fucking aliens just coming and going, I mean, let's fucking go and Google the names, a list of known fucking alien names, types of aliens. It's fucking ridiculous. There's more fucking alien names than there are fucking names of fucking cultures of people on this planet. It would legit look like fucking Star Wars fucking cantina scene around this motherfucker. You'd go into fucking places and there'd be all fucking kinds of aliens all fucking over the place. You're telling me every single fucking alien fucking up there and all these aliens that are coming here, they're all like, oh, it's Earth, cloaking device. We don't want to be seen. None of them want to be seen. None of them want to be known about. They're just coming and looking and going. Get the fuck out of here. None of that fucking makes sense at all. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking heard in my life. I'll fucking believe in the Easter Bunny before I'd fucking believe in that shit. At least I know rabbits are real. Candy is real. Eggs are real. It's a hell of a lot more fucking believable story. Trying to read some of the stuff in the chat and everything. Keep it up. There's just too much of it in the chat, so what up right now. This fucking blunt won't stay lit. I'll light another one in a minute. We use Fontos. The Fronto Kings. It's a tobacco leaf. That's what I use the most. And if I'm not using that, I use the high hemp, organic, vegan, CBD infused wrap. So that's what I do. That's what I smoke with. Or out of a pipe. I mean, but majority we're using Fontos. Exactly, William Bennett. I mean, we don't have to go to space to know that the Earth is round. You don't have to fucking see everywhere in the fucking solar system to know that there's no other aliens in the solar system. You don't have to see everywhere on the Earth to know that there's not aliens coming and fucking going. Yeah, it's just Nick. It's a tobacco leaf. It just comes as a big fucking tobacco leaf, and you make them to your own size and stuff, and it works good. You can't get them everywhere though and stuff. Like around here, we gotta go to certain little like bodegas and certain convenience stores carry them. So I don't know if you'll be able to find them in your area. You can get them on eBay too. You know, so. Type O negative, out of mind. There you go. Yeah, the whole blood type thing is interesting, and that's a whole nother show probably. Because yeah, some of that stuff you were saying out of mind about all the elites, they're all the RH negative or the R whatever it is and stuff. That's not true. They're not all like that and everything so it'd be really interesting. I mean, now there is some truth to every president being tied to the same bloodline and everything like that. Going way back. But when you really start tracing back family trees and stuff, a lot of people are tied to a lot of things and stuff. It's fucking ridiculous. So, I mean, again, we all come from the same thing. Things have mutated over time and things have changed, and there's a logical explanation for everything. That's the point. It's not everything is aliens. That's everything right away, immediately. Just jump right to just jump to conclusions. Jump right in. It's aliens. I don't know. I don't understand. It's aliens. Oh my goodness. How do people stack rocks like that? It's aliens. Oh, they got a different type of blood from me. It's aliens. Oh, they look different than me. It's aliens. Oh, they talk different than me. It's aliens. I don't know. Well, I'm not saying alien in general, but yeah. Well, some of the theories are that those people are alien. That it's alien blood and everything like that. But I didn't read the whole exact thing at home. Like I said, there was a lot you guys were talking about while I was rambling on there and stuff. Like I said, I want to do a whole show about bloodlines and things like that because it is kind of interesting and the different types of blood and the bloodlines of the families and stuff like that. Because some of it is true that there are bloodlines that control stuff, and that's all true, but they're not alien. And I'm not saying that you're saying that it's alien out of mind, I know, or anything like that. But that's what people think. They think that the royal family is reptilian aliens, or the aliens are ruling people and stuff like that. That's why that they have these blood. And it's like, no, no. Just like if I have my family, okay, my family's doing this and it's getting bigger and bigger. I'm going to protect it. I want my bloodline. I want to pass my blood on. My son, I want to have a son, and my son to have a son, to keep it going. The bloodlines, the lineages, all that and everything. And that's what they've been able to do. That's what they've been able to do in England and stuff like that, and continue all this stuff. Some of it had to do with some fucking incestual shit and everything at points in time back then. Shit, there's points in time. There's a lot of people that are related to fucking kings and fucking of England, a lot of the old kings of England, because they would literally, and the nobles of England, they literally were allowed to just have sex with everybody, like in the movie Robin Hood and stuff like that, and these fucking movies and Braveheart and stuff. These people were actually, that's what the fucking laws were. Before you get married, you have sex with the fucking noble of that fucking thing, or if you're close enough to the king just got to fuck whoever the fuck he wanted. That was normal. He had fucking kids everywhere. Kings had fucking kids everywhere. So their blood and their seeds out there. And those lines continue. And then they have their lines, the ones they kept them close and the ones they wanted to, because they had their perfect trophy wives and everything. And that's where all that shit started, so they could have and to pass on all this stuff. Keep it all in the family and everything like that. That's nothing new. Cave fucking people did that. It just, as time progressed, they figured out how to do it better and better and make my kingdom and my empire continue on longer and longer until the fucking Queen of England owns fucking all the fucking land in the world. You don't need an alien to tell you how to do that. We've all fucking played games like Monopoly and shit like that, or fucking conquest games. You don't need an alien to tell you how to do that, do you? No. Aliens didn't need to come down here and tell people how to be warmonger and fucking assholes. It's just fucking part of who we are. Well, Dracula is, that's a whole, we've done and talked about the history and the bloodline of Dracula and stuff like that. So again, because he was a king or a noble person or whatever and all that back in them times and stuff, he could have been and somebody related to Prince Charles and down in Prince Charles. Like I said, there's all kinds of people that we could be related to. There's so many people that just, back then, if you were rich, you were allowed to fuck people. If you were in power. I mean, nowadays, but it's a little different. It's still kind of the same way. So it's nothing's changed. Just the fucking, they just give it a little facelift. It's still the same fucking game. It's still the same stuff. It's just that's it. Monopoly, you're sitting in jail most of the time. Well, happens though. Yep, so I've been in a fucking, I had a lot of good stuff ready to go and a lot of stuff to show you, but like I said, I got to sit there and get it all up and ready and do it and to show it. I mean, you don't even have to show you. You can just tell you, just logically. And anybody can go and look it up on the internet. I love when people are like, oh, you read it on the internet. What about the internet? You just don't know how to fucking use it. The internet contains everything in the fucking world. all the information known to all human beings is on the internet, pretty much. Everything. Everything known is on the internet. You just need to know how to weed through all that information to get the correct stuff. And to know what the correct stuff is. And not fall for all the bullshit. You stop falling for the bullshit, that's your biased belief systems. It's nice just chatting with you out of mind. Jiggy should be back with us next week. I miss him. I haven't seen him and hung out with him. I saw him once in the last 2 weeks, I think. Once, maybe twice in the last 2 weeks. So, haven't, haven't even really talked to him much, been able to talk to him much. So, but we got some good stuff coming up. Like I said, I'm gonna do this show and I'm gonna show stuff about everything and how things were built and how you can see the progression throughout time. And some of the other stuff that just proves and shows that all these things are wrong and what these people fucking think. And it's not. I'm not saying that like it's bad, I mean, but to believe that it's real, it's okay to think, but then you got to think rationally. Okay, well, that's not really possible. It's cool. It'd be cool if it fucking some of the stuff would be really cool if it was true, but then you really think about it, it's like it's just not fucking possible. And the way that everybody fucking connects and ties fucking symbols, like, oh, look at this fucking symbol from this fucking clay tablet, and it's all through everything. The Pope wears it, and this guy wears it, and this guy wears it. I'm like, a lot of symbols that people started to use, and make when we learned how to take our finger and go in the dirt like this, and, what's that? Oh, make a cross. And then we just start fucking, circles. And then we start looking at things. And then we start fucking figuring all that stuff out. And these symbols, they're important symbols. One of the symbols I'm talking about that the Pope wears, and it's on Anunnaki, it's the sun disk and stuff like that. It's the Crocs. It's the same cross thing that like the Knights Templar has and everything like that. And if you take that cross and you... because it's like 8 points and stuff, and you put it down and stuff, it will make a pyramid. Like if you put it that cross, it's flat, and you folded it down and stuff, it would make a pyramid and stuff like that. But that cross represents the sun. The sun is very important to us. Without it, we don't fucking live. There's nothing. So the stuff that represents the sun symbols, are common throughout everything in our culture, and it's not going anywhere. That's like the same thing, like all this stuff and all these new age people and stuff, which the new age is just the fucking old age, and they want to fucking say, the religion, the Catholics and all these people, the Christians, they took all this stuff, Christianity, they stole it from this and they stole it from that and they stole it for that. I'm like, well, you're just stealing it from the fucking Christians. And I'm like, they didn't steal it. When a new thing comes in, they keep some of the old stuff, they make the changes that they want to make, and they continue on. And then another thing happen, and another change. That's called change. That's the way things happen. Somebody new doesn't take over and say, fuck all that old bullshit, I'm starting fresh from the beginning. We're doing it all new. No, because that would just be a fucking nightmare. They come in, and they say, okay, this works, I like how this is done. Nope, fuck that, we ain't doing it this way anymore. This is how it's going to be done. Nope, we're not doing it. It's the same way that we do it now. We have different laws now with fucking fuckface in office than we did with the last fuckface in office and the fuckface before him. It's not the same. Yeah, the baseline, the basis of it, we have our certain constitutional rights and everything, and certain things that haven't changed, but then there's a lot of changes that have been made. It doesn't fucking, you know what I mean? So for the people to be like, well, they couldn't have done any of that stuff without aliens. Aliens came and told them how to do that stuff. And they gave them the religion. And they took it and they stole it. No, they didn't steal it. They didn't like the way that old shit was working. They were more powerful. They put a new shit in place using some of the old stuff. They took some of those symbols and they used them. They didn't take some of those symbols. But these are symbols. A lot of these symbols are just basic symbols. A fucking cross. People fucking flip out about a cross. It's a fucking cross. It's a line with a line through it. That's it. Represents the Southern Cross. All kinds of stuff have. It's just a fucking, you know what I mean? And people, or a fucking a pentagram and all this stuff, or fucking a swastika. You know, these are symbols, again, have been used for thousands of years, for good, for bad, for whatever. Saturn. Oh, people, oh, Saturn's everywhere. No, people just fucking know. We've been able to see it, so we're like, oh, Saturn, that's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Represents things. The people fucking, back in the day, it was a god because, oh, we can see this in the sky. Things from the sky were gods. We're down here, it's up there. Some people might have worshipped some of these. They worship some of these, you know what I mean? Just because nowadays we have Saturn cars and Saturn this and that. Now, maybe some of these people are still worshiping, but it's not trying to fucking put it out there so everybody's fucking secretly being brainwashed to fucking worship Saturn and everything. No. There's fucking all kinds. There's fucking symbols with trees. Is that brainwashing people to fucking worship trees? No. There's all kinds of fucking symbols. Doesn't mean that fucking aliens fucking came here and gave them to us so that we could fucking worship this shit, or fucking, oh, this symbol here and this stuff here that represents us, so you gotta fucking keep letting people know, keep putting it out there, secretly, so they know that we're here. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, because nobody fucking knows what any of that fucking shit means, except for these fucking new age fucking conspiracy woke fucking people. Oh, well, this thing means this, and it means that, and that means that. It does? Well, I thought that was just a cross or a plus sign, and that one right there is a fucking triangle or a pyramid. That's a square. That's the Nazi symbol or a swastika or a peace symbol, you know what I mean? Oh, well, no, this one means this, and this one means that, and it's top secret, and they all use these symbols because they have to do it for secret magic spells and rituals to keep us under control so that we know that we're under control by aliens. But it's all a secret, so you don't know that you're under control by aliens. As Zen would say, blink, blink. I'm just like, what? So the aliens, we tell us we got to use these symbols so that the people know that we're under control of the aliens, but it's secret and we don't know that we're under the control of the aliens? Yeah, exactly. Nike, the checkmark looks like a UFO. It's run by aliens, man. It's just the type of shit that people fucking come up with. It's just symbols. It's, you know what I mean? To come up with and draw with a whole new fucking, let me come up with a new logo for my thing and everything. You're like, oh, well, you ever try to come up with logos for shit? It ends up looking like something that somebody else out there has already done. Somebody that originally had drawn it in the sand at some point in time. It's like fucking common sense. It's just use logical thinking. They're fucking symbols. Yeah, some people worship and they use them in the past, but it's not aliens, and it's not gods and demons and devil. It's just people that have this shit in their minds that say, oh, means that I'm in a secret club. But they're not aliens. Those people in the secret clubs aren't aliens. I'm in some secret clubs. I was in some secret clubs when I was a kid, too. We thought we were fucking going out to fight aliens and shit, but we never really were. We were pretending. Some of these people still fucking think they are. Corey fucking good. He's still playing fucking alien fucking and fucking, you know, military guy going out with the fucking his friends in fucking in grade school. Come on, guys, let's go. This treehouse is our base, and the alien base is way over there. We gotta go and get them. Corey could just never stop, and fucking Emery Smith and shit. They just never stop playing the fucking game. They're still fucking playing. Exactly. We're all in a secret club right now. Of course, people outside of the secret club are gonna think that we're aliens or we're devil worshippers. It's just some people do worship the devil, and some people worship God and stuff, and some people worship aliens. But it doesn't mean that fucking shit is fucking real. Those people have never seen it. Just because they worship it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Just because you believe something is real doesn't mean it's fucking real. Would it be too hard to find aliens if all these fucking people say they see aliens and stuff, and all these alien stories were true, Michael Adams? Alien and Seek would be a real easy game. Like I said, it would be like fucking Star Wars. You'd have fucking humans and aliens all over the place. Millennium Falcons and TIE Fighters and fucking Starship Enterprises and fucking whatever. It would be like Star Trek and fucking Star Wars and all those fucking sci-fi fucking things that people fucking make up, fantasy fucking stories and shit like that. It would be like that. If you think about it, all these people going back over the last about 100 years or so since UFOs came about, because we know people will be like, well, all those ancient cave paintings and all those old paintings from back in the 1300s and stuff all had UFOs. No, they didn't. They didn't have any UFOs in them at all. They knew what those things were that they were painting. They were known to them. If you're talking about the religious paintings and stuff, the Byzantine artwork, which is some of the things I was going to cover and stuff, those represent angels and those represent God. Usually, the sun and the moon is in them. And the stuff that fucking on the cave paintings and stuff, those are fucking fireballs for a reason. Because there's fucking shit flying out of the sky, fucking giant rocks and stuff fucking blowing shit up. Back the fuck then. Okay? That's what was going on. Fucking shit was flying out of the fucking sky. Shit was crazy back then in them days. Could have just been a volcano fucking erupting and shit. And they just fucking, whoa, let me put that on the wall. Well, the things on the walls, they look like aliens. No. Those people that have still some of those cave paintings, those tribes and stuff still exist. And they wear masks that look like that. And I forgot the whole story to what they fucking represent and stuff, which is, again, it's a disrespect and a slap in the face to those fucking people and that culture to sit there and be like, yeah, they worship aliens. Because the fucking Ancient Aliens on History Channel found a fucking drunk guy in the fucking bar, the only guy willing to fucking say, yeah, those masks that we all wear, that they wear in the tribe, that means that we worship aliens, and we got cave paintings with aliens on it. No. No, it doesn't. People, oh, what about Ezekiel's wheel? Ezekiel's wheel's talking about a flying vehicle in the sky. No, it doesn't say vehicle anywhere in that fucking shit at all. Doesn't say anything. Nope. Yeah, it does. It says it's a flying vehicle. No, it doesn't. Go read it again. It's not there. The word vehicle does not appear in Ezekiel's wheel at all. If you read Ezekiel's wheel, take the word alien out of your fucking UFO, flying saucer out of your fucking brain. Don't even think of. Read Ezekiel's fucking wheel. And alien doesn't even enter into your fucking brain. Until somebody put it there. It's not. It doesn't represent that at all. I mean, I don't agree with the Bible or anything like that either, but a lot of it, again, it's metaphors of things that are happening in life and stuff like that. Not alien stuff like that. Shit in life. I forgot exactly what the Ezekiel's wheel breaks down to right here off the top of my head. But it's not a flaming fucking vehicle in the sky. I could tell you that. It just goes on, and they try and fucking tie all this stuff together, and it's like, dude, you're just totally insulting fucking entire groups of people that have come before you. Would you like me to insult you and your family that has come before you? No, you wouldn't. So why are you doing this? I had somebody tell me, I don't, he must have been a Corey Good fan and stuff, telling me that I'm an asshole and stuff for fucking saying the stuff that I say about all this alien fucking bullshit and everything like that because there's people out there dying right now fighting in the armed forces for these secrets. And I was like, oh, really? Where is your evidence to this? And he hasn't gotten back to me yet. I said, just one link, one person, somebody who can verify, tell me that these people, this is why they're fighting in these wars for these secrets about keeping these aliens and all this stuff and these because it was about Billy Carson and Emerald tablets and stuff and this stuff secret. I said, if they're trying to keep it secret, how come Billy Carson's ass is fucking going all over the place fucking talking about the Emerald fucking tablets? And he's trying to tell me that they're teaching fucking how to read and translate the Emerald tablets in colleges. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to fucking do that. It's been translated. It's fucking 12 to 14 lines depending on which translation you read by which person who translated already. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth is a book, a fantasy fucking novel, sci-fi fucking novel by a fucking con artist. There's a big difference. Yeah, they might teach fucking what these ancient fucking that I don't even think that they don't even think they were actually clay tablets, emerald. They weren't emerald and stuff. They could have been clay tablets, or the most likely it was a scroll that had this fucking thing on it, and it was originally in Aramaic, I believe. So the most and it had been translated by Sir Isaac Newton himself. It's the most famous translation of it. They have a copy of it in some fucking famous fucking museum or some fucking famous place over in England. I forgot which place. You can go and see it. Actual copy of it. Actual copy of it's the boom. You can go and you can right now you can go and Google Sir Isaac Newton's translation of the Emerald Tablet. It's fucking 12 lines. Nowhere in it does it say anything about Anunnaki or aliens or Thoth or anything like that. It's some very it's very smart words and stuff like that. It's not stupid shit, but it doesn't say anything. It's stuff that could have it's good things you could apply to your life. It wouldn't be bad, so to say, so to speak. But it's not aliens. And it's not the Anunnaki, and it's not any of the stuff that people say that the Emerald tablets were. And again, they weren't emerald. And the actual original tablet script has been gone or lost for fucking a long time, and all they have is the translations of it. And the Emerald Tablets of Thoth is not one of the verified actual translations from the thing. It's not 13 pages and the last ones are forbidden and blah, blah, blah. And Thoth wrote this when he was building the pyramids from the top down. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep, Michael Adams, exactly. Tens of thousands of generations that come before us that have done and found and figured out all this stuff to get us to this point where we are today that I am so thankful for, especially the ones who tried the food before we did. It came along and was like, oh, is this good to eat? Nope, that's not good at all. You know what I mean? You think about all this stuff. We should be thanking these people, thankful for all that stuff, and not fucking discrediting them and fucking just totally shitting all over all the fucking shit that people before us went through to do what they do, to get where we are now, and say it was aliens or that they used magic, and now we don't know how to use that magic. That's just fucking absolutely preposterous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. It is. It's sad. It's like a fucking mental disease, and it goes back to which maybe I'll play it now. And we've played it here recently, and we played it a few times. William Cooper. We've all heard of him and everything, and I think that because again, there's some evil people on this fucking planet. There are some people on this planet that try and control every fucking little aspect of every fucking thing that they can. We know this. A lot of evidence that we can to show this. We have a government. That's some proof right there. But anyway, so what he was saying towards the end of his life, after everything that he said about all UFOs and stuff, he had finally figured out and come to realize the conclusion and stuff through all of his research and everything of years and years, as he never gave up and he never just bought into the whole thing. And in his last interview, he says that none of that shit was real. It was all the government. And the government was using him because he was so fucking loyal to the country, to the government, that he would believe and stand by what they would say and all this stuff. And they used that against him. They used that against the other people that are in the military and are so patriotic. That's why patriotism and all this stuff is very important. There is a lot of mind control and manipulation going on out there. That's true, but it's not aliens behind it. Again, there's some sick, maniacal, fucking sadistic fucking people that live on this planet too. Along with all the other fucking thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and millions and millions of fucking good people. The good way outweigh the bad far to none. A lot of people that are bad right now, it's just they don't realize and understand what they're doing. Because we are out of touch with our older ways, the way that we used to be in touch and connected with everything. These people who built those things were connected with each piece of that place. Every little thing, every little deed, all that stuff. Every life was so much more different. You had to take care of yourself. Nowadays, we don't have to do shit. You don't have to leave your house. You could live from the day you are born till the day you will die in the same house without ever having to leave that house. You couldn't do that 150 years ago. 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. Think of what all those people had to go through. What all those people went through. To get us to this point where we are now. That's why it's extremely sad and extremely disrespectful that all these people are falling for this fucking con. Long fucking con. Again, I think it leads back to psyops. A lot of it, whether some of them are in on it, and then others have just bought into it over the years and jumped in on it, and are now just patsies and stuff of it, and now they'd have no idea that they're fucking being fucking mind fucked up the fucking ass. That David Wilcox insider probably is really somebody in the fucking government telling them this fucking bullshit to keep this fucking shit going. You know what I mean? That's highly fucking plausible. I don't have any evidence to prove it. It's just a theory of mine and everything. But that is a highly fucking plausible thing that some of these people's insiders are actual fucking government people feeding them this information just to fucking throw people off. Just to keep people fucking guessing and everything. I said, we talked about it and stuff. It's 5 years ago, I don't know how long ago, everybody big, huge, all the woke people, everybody was the big main thing was everybody, they're trying to start a one world government. It's what everybody wants to do. That's what the Illuminati, reptilian, whoever the fuck, they're all trying to start a one world government and control us, make us all slaves, the elites, the cabal. They're trying to do that, and this is how they're going to do it. They're going to stage a fake alien invasion and get everybody to say, oh, we got to come together and start. They're like, oh, you got the Reagan speech. But we know from the Bill Cooper thing, and I found the links and gotten to the documents. I've gotten close to the actual documents that Bill was talking about, where he heard it. It's from an original 1918 speech of a group, Bilderberg type group, those type of people. They said those exact same things that Reagan said. But when Reagan said it, he was using it in a different way and stuff. And the person who wrote the speech probably got no way to prove any of that. But what Reagan was talking about was actual human beings and war and everything that was going on and stuff. But people, of course, they like to say the alien, fuzzing, he used alien and everything like that. But that Reagan speech, that what he said, comes from another thing, from a group of people. Bill Cooper says started the alien thing. Back around that time, UFO, all this stuff started to come out. Slowly build up to this point where we are. So now if they were really going to try and do that, look at that. Now all those same woke fucking people that were screaming and saying that stuff fucking 5 years ago, like, The same people that are like, oh, the mainstream media lies and all this, and you can't believe the stuff that they say on TV and scientists and all that stuff. Now those same people are like, look, aliens are real. UFOs are real. I saw it on the news. They had scientists talking about it. And the government, Navy pilots, said it is real. So what do you got to say now? And I'm like, what do I got to say now? I'm like, are you a fucking moron? Like, are these people fucking stupid? I mean, come on now, people. Literally, these people, the same people, I followed them 5 years ago, were saying that all this stuff is all this stuff. Don't fucking trust the government. Don't trust the mainstream media. La. They're going to use UFOs and aliens and all this stuff. They still said the aliens were real and stuff, but now the same people, they just forgot about all that other stuff. That doesn't even come up anymore. And it's like, aliens are real. The government says they're real. Disclosure's coming. I'm like, if disclosure's really coming, then that means that they're going to fucking pretend that UFOs are coming down and say, everybody, we need to come together as the one world. And I'm like, time to go to my cabin in the woods. What's up, UFO Gandalf? I saw somebody else joining. What's up, whoever else joined? And so. So yeah, I mean, it's just a whole lot of disrespect, and that's the thing that gets me. I hate fucking people that are disrespectful. It's just there's no need for it. But we are, if anything, humans, we should be way beyond that at this point and stuff. And that's one thing. It's just people are just so disrespectful about shit. The kid I was talking about was arguing and saying you can't polish fucking granite with sand. And finally figured out that you can because he uses sanding discs that have sand glued to them. Just spins at high RPMs and it does it way faster than taking a big heavy flat rock and slamming it down and doing it by hand like this until you polish it out. I was like, for you saying that, that's a slap in your face to your boss. He's like, yeah, my boss is an old Italian guy. I was like, go ask him how he used to fucking do it before he had diamond tip saws. Before he had, he's like, I lifted up with my vacuum fucking lifts and stuff. And I'm like, before he had vacuum lifts and all this stuff and this modern technology and luxury machinery that we have. This shit is luxury. Literally. If you ever seen and know anything about how they do stone cutting and make marble slabs and granite slabs and polish them up for tabletops and countertops and stuff now, they literally got a machine that you just fucking hold and you barely even got to fucking do anything. One hand, stick it on top of the rock and it sucks to it. And then one hand, you can move the rock over to where you want to put it to cut it and shit. I'm like, and you want to sit here and say that fucking, all these old fucking shit, they had fucking high technology and all this stuff. No, go ask the people that fucking literally were doing that fucking 50 years ago, 100 years ago. How they did it. How hard it was. How much work and how much time it took them to do. If they had that shit fucking 3,000 years ago to build the pyramids and stuff like that, where the fuck is the evidence again? High-tech machinery like that would leave evidence behind. You would have fucking diamond fucking chisels and fucking drill bits and saws and everything all over the place. The metals and stuff, the hardened steels and metals and stuff like that would be everywhere. But all we find is copper chisels, copper saws, copper tools. It's not copper, it's copper alloy. Should say it's a copper alloy. It's an alloy mix. Because they were doing that at that time. We know they were doing that time. We have the evidence that they were doing that at that time. But there's no laser levels. There's no laser beams. Do you know what it fucking takes? Have anybody actually seen laser beams? Been up close to laser beams that cut shit? Do you have any idea? So if these fucking people thousands of years ago had this fucking technology to cut through rock like butter. Laser precision lines, super smooth. Where the fuck is that shit now? That's, how come we haven't found not one piece of any type of machinery that would we could say is part of that? Part of something that could have done that. Not anywhere in the whole entire world. At any ancient site. All around the globe. There's thousands and thousands of sites. Not one site ever have we ever fucking stumbled upon a piece of fucking like titanium fucking alloy fucking cylinder that would have been fucking part of a fucking laser beam fucking setup. Super highly polished fucking mirrors and shit and all kinds of stuff. Fucking, do you know how much power it takes to fucking you know how much power you need to generate to fucking... I said this to somebody one time. I'm like, do you know how much he's talking, trying to say that they use lasers and stuff to cut the rocks to build pyramids and everything like that. So, I'm like, do you know how much power you need to fucking have a laser to be able to cut through rocks? And consistently and precisionally to a laser that's fucking... I mean, because the laser... I mean, we've got a lot of good lasers and stuff, laser tech and everything like that and stuff. But it takes some time to do all that and stuff. Now we got to set and put the next thing. We're going to move the machine. You still need to have other things. Levels. You need to have squares. You need to be able to set it up, line it up, move the machine, do all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. We haven't found any rollers on... Nothing. How they move the machine around. None of that. Nothing. So, it takes a shitload of fucking power, I'm telling this guy, to run a laser that would be cutting through rock like fucking butter all day long to build the pyramids. I'm like, where they got the power from? He's like, the pyramids were a power source. I'm like, so how did the power source they were fucking building power the tools? And again, I'm a shill. I have cognitive dissonance. I work for the government. I'm a cunt. I'm a fucking moron. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to say to these people anymore. It's just, I've been telling people, I'm like, you need to get some serious mental help. You need to seek some professional help. Go talk to somebody. Because if you're seeing fucking things that aren't there and you're talking to them and they're talking to you, you really need to go and see somebody about that. Or if you think that you're seeing... Somebody sends me a fucking link to a video that they did that they say it's a fucking interdimensional fucking UFO. And I'm like, there's nothing there. It's literally a black fucking video. Nothing at all in the video. Like, there's not nothing. It's just the blackness. And they're like, you don't see that? And I'm like, no. Oh, they're like, well, because you're not tapped into the source. I'm like, you really need to see help. And there was comments. There's people who are like, yeah, I see it, man. I see those all the time. And I'm like, all of you need to seek some mental health help. One second here. Because if you are seeing things that's not there and talking to things that aren't there, you need help. You are seriously in deep. Either that or the fluoride really is working and all this other fucking brainwashing and fucking shit is really into it. You know what I mean? Why the fuck does the History Channel have fucking ancient aliens on it? Or anything to do with aliens at all? Especially when everything that's on that show has been debunked and is bullshit. It's not provable. They have on the History Channel a lot of good educational stuff that's got a lot of verifiable sources, facts, evidence to back up and prove what the fuck they're showing on those shows. But why the fuck would Ancient Aliens be on that? That's another thing beyond my mind. People are like, oh, it's Ancient Aliens. I saw it on Ancient Aliens. I believe it. But the same people are the same people like, don't trust mainstream media. Don't trust the government. It's all mind washing. It's all control instruments. Oh, but Ancient Aliens? Right. Uh-huh. That's on TV. That's on a really mainstream fucking channel by a big huge mainstream media corporation. So yeah, everything that they've put on there, that's real. I believe it. Just as much as I believe most of the bullshit on CNN. And just like I believe everything on sci-fi. Uh-huh. Right. Fuck. I don't even believe the Weather Channel half the fucking time. Because I don't just believe, I know that the media is a manipulation tool. So I ain't falling for any of their tricks. If they say it's happening on the news, yeah, it might be happening, but it might not be going down exactly the way they say it's happening and shit like that. And then there's bullshit like ancient fucking aliens. That is bullshit. Exactly. Bullshit sells. Who's buying? It's my new song. Working on it now. It's going to be on my new album. Title Bullshit. Who's buying? Oh, fucking bullshit album. Oh, the Weather Channel is. I mean, I'll give it to the weather, though. The weather is way better than what it was 5 years ago, way better than what it was 10 years ago, way better than what it was 25 years ago. But they do get it wrong sometimes. It was hilarious. The Weather Channel, okay, which their headquarters is based in Atlanta, totally got a fucking ice storm. Totally fucking unprepared, didn't have a clue. Fucking, it's hilarious. Because it happened right there in Atlanta where the fuck they are. How the fuck do you miss that one? Anyway, so I'm going to finish up this blunt here and wrap it up for this week. And then next week, we should be back with Jiggy. Whoever was asking about Jiggy, Jiggy's got some personal family, some things going on that he's got to take care of and everything like that. So he's not with us again this week. Um, he's okay, and he's doing okay and well, and just taking care of some things that he has to take care of. And he will be back with us next week, and we'll probably go over his trip to Arizona and the whole everything that happened with him there and going on with him talking on the panel with Edge of Blunder and stuff, and they had no clue who he was, no idea that they got him blocked on fucking Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. So he's gonna tell us all about that when he comes back next week. He should be back with us next week. Um, yep. So that's my little rants and stuff about that. I mean, anybody, it's just all these people. It's just this whole new age thing. Like it's just fucking. It just screams psyop to get people into the fucking believing in this bullshit, and switching them to believe in and not believing in actual religion, and switch it towards a whole uh one world fucking religion government type thing, because that's what it all is, and none of them fucking see it. None of them. They're all like, I'm so open minded and stuff. I think outside the box. I'm like, oh, really? You fucking wrapping yourself up into a pretty little box. But all the shit you say. So, all right, yeah. This blunt is pretty much done. And yep, it should be fun. I haven't even gotten to hear all the stories myself, Michael Adams, from Jiggy's Adventures. He came home and I didn't see him when he got home because he was sick and stuff. Actually, the day that he got home, I was busy, so we didn't hang out. And he was starting to get sick, and he got sick and everything. And now what's going on now is going on. And I've only seen him like once in the last 2 weeks and didn't really see him long enough for him to tell me everything that happened and everything, because we were planning on going on the show and everything, um, and talking about it. So we'll get to talk about it next week. That's so yeah. Thank you everybody for joining and listening and joining us every week. And we love you all and peace and love. And watch out for all the crazy people out there. Try and steer in the right direction. It's a disease, I'm telling you. It's the alien disease. People got alienitis. They just fucking think everything is aliens. Aliens, aliens. I don't know how somebody could stack stones, so it's aliens. I don't know how somebody could learn how to read and write and do math and make symbols, so it's aliens. I don't know how life started, so it's aliens. I don't know what fucking shit in the sky is, so it's aliens. Everything's aliens. It's alienitis. Beware, people. It's out there. It's my new thing. Watch out for alienitis, everybody. It's crazy. It's catching on. People are getting it quick. And once you get alienitis, it's so hard to shake that bias. Alienitis. All right, everybody. Thank you. Peace and love. Until next week. We'll see you then. Maybe we'll pop on if Jiggy comes back, maybe this weekend and stuff too. So watch out. Make sure you have your notifications. Just subscribe and notifications on, because Jiggy is alright to come back, and when he finishes up with the stuff he's taking care of, then maybe we'll pop on this weekend and stuff and do a full show. So thank you again, everybody, for watching. And until next time, peace and love. Peace and love.